What is up, YouTubers? I am watching the debates. Questions translated into Spanish. What in the world is going on here? Does ABC translate, or does ABC broadcast presidential debates for Mexico? I don't think so. Why is Univision sponsoring our, debate? The guy who sang the national anthem did a really terrible job of it. Unbelievable. So now she's talking about knocking down economic barriers. Not sure how we can prevent having corporations by imposing an exit tax, making them pay back any tax breaks they'd gotten. Let's see how far she's going to go with that once she gets into office. Is she really going to institute these taxes and punishments for corporations? And what about the corporations that have already left? Apple's gone. They're the most profitable corporation on the planet. They're gone. Education. Every child deserves a good teacher. Good Lord. Okay. Here comes Bernie. It's too late for establishment economics. Together, we're going to have to overturn this disastrous Citizens United decision. I have to agree with them on that. Billionaires should not be able to buy elections. People are working longer hours for lower wages. All the income and wealth going to the top 1%. These are all data points that just cannot be denied. And if it causes a problem for people in this country, then okay, I'm sorry. But, the rich guys, if they want to... I'm working really hard on some analyses about economics, right? And this economic situation we've got is just absolutely ridiculous. It's just crazy madness. So there were your introductions. Just basically talked about the 1%. Voters saying not so fast. Where did you fail last night in Michigan is the question. That's a really stupid question. Where did you fail last night in Michigan? Well, she barely won. She almost won. Additionally, I'd like to add that when Sanders won Michigan, I was the least surprised person on the planet. And the mainstream media is calling it like it was a big upset. I think any fool could have called that Bernie Sanders was going to get Michigan. Well, Hillary's response to the question of what went wrong in Michigan was essentially that she's a progressive that likes to get things done. It was a close race in Michigan, and I thought the question was stupid. Now the moderator is telling America that his daughter works for the campaign, and he's asking questions, and now the guy whose daughter works for Hillary Clinton is going to take the opportunity to ask her about the emails that, had they been handled by any other American citizen, that American citizen would have ended up in jail. But yet it's Hillary Clinton that was responsible for this business, and because it's Hillary Clinton, she's not going to jail, and she's running for president. Who specifically gave you permission to operate your email system as you did? That's a very crucial question. She was not, the way that email thing was set up, and I'm not disposed to disagree with Hillary. I'm sorry, but I was tired of hearing about the emails too. It wasn't the best choice. Okay, so now she just said it wasn't the best choice. This choice that, had any other United States citizen made the same choice, they would have paid fines and they would have done prison time. But instead of that, in the United States of America, on a presidential debate that is being sponsored by a foreign television network, whose event is preceded by a terrible rendition of the Star Spangled Banner while the guy's wearing like a mariachi uniform. I'm really trying to be politically correct here, but This is a non-answer. Notice as I've been looking at the camera, I haven't even been reading her answer. I haven't been reading this on the subtitles. That some of the emails should now be she is really she should be in jail. If she were any other United States citizen, she would be in jail, but instead she's running for president. And the person that's asking her this question is a moderator who is employed by the major television network of a foreign country whose daughter works for her campaign. There was no permission to be asked. It had been done by my predecessors. Oh, okay. There you go. Tough stuff, man. So now the guy who's terrible. Okay, related to the email issue, the same questioner has just asked Sanders a softball question. And now Sanders is back to talking about wealth, inequality, and climate change, and poverty. And he's going to focus on the issues that are facing citizens in this country, and it's not Hillary. Boy, this Sanders guy is tough to beat. Man. Great way to handle it, Bernie. Ooh-wee. What would 2016 be in the Democratic Party without a mention of Donald Trump, especially since it's a fluffball issue delivered to Clinton immediately after she has received probably the first question in any of the debates directly asking her about those emails. And it's about what she thinks about Donald Trump. And now she's then mentioning his controversial statements that he made regarding Mexicans, which is not a surprise given that she is speaking on a Univision-sponsored. Do I need to mention that again? In discussing Donald Trump, this has given Hillary an opportunity to state the blindingly obvious and receive applause for it. So the question she's now answering is, how would you characterize, or what do you think of the character of a person who would say the kinds of things about Mexicans that Donald Trump has said, which is now going to give Hillary an opportunity to just say a bunch of great stuff about America. And she's going to try to sidestep the kind of language that he uses. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let's spend all of about probably 4 minutes now talking about Donald Trump. Here I think that Bernie's being a little bit naive. He says that the American people will never elect someone who says the kinds of things that Trump says, and I'd have to disagree with him on that. But, Bernie's not really, it's just, there's not much to say. It's a non-question. And we're now, how many minutes in? Now, Bernie Sanders is talking about how he's got an immigrant experience from Poland. Who cares? The debate started at 6 o'clock on the top. I heard about half of a terrible national anthem, so I went outside, stood on the stoop of the Motel 6, came back in 6:20, 20 minutes in, and we've just finished talking about Trump, I guess. Some years ago, apparently Hillary Clinton said that she was against people hiring illegal immigrants, and then apparently she's changed her mind or something, and so now she says, are you flip-flopping or pandering to Latinos? Hispandering, I guess, is a new term. America's broken.